Hi everyone. This is from an article I saw about brain-compatible study strategies on Edutopia, written by Laurie Desautel, and it was so interesting I thought you might be wanting to hear what she has to say. So, here we go. Driving my 15-year-old daughter home from cross-country, I asked her where she learned to study. She replied, "Mom, I've never been taught how to study. We just do it because teachers have way too much to teach. They assume we know, and Cornell notes are their idea of teaching us how to study." I thought about this conversation and began to create a template that can hopefully assist students to organize, plan, and create more capacity in their working memories to learn content for the long term. So, below is a brief, simply stated analogy on study skills for fifth grade students preparing for an end-of-year assessment. Your brain's executive functions must be addressed, even though the teacher's curriculum is full to overflowing and their days and hours are shortened instructionally, and they cannot afford to integrate all these mindful strategies that invite the working memory and prefrontal cortex to engage in the learning process. Taking a test is like baking a cake, putting together a model airplane, learning a video game, playing a sport, or getting ready for a performance. There are steps to work through before we reach the final answer, skill, or solution. If I'm baking a cake, I need to get out the recipe, read over the directions, and check to make sure that I have all the ingredients. When I look at the image on the box of the beautiful, delicious cake, I get excited about what I'm going to create. Taking a test is no different. When you begin to study, check to make sure you have all your materials, like pencils, erasers, and highlighters. Free write for 3 minutes about any concerns, worries, or stresses that you feel about the test, or that you have about anything happening in your life. Take 3 to 5 deep breaths through the nose with your eyes closed. Count to 5 on the inhale and 6 on the exhale. See your neurons firing behind your eyebrows like a fireworks show as they make connections, and visualize that electrical charge as you visualize the right answers and solve the problems. Begin with the first review problem. Talk out loud as you write down the problem, explaining to yourself the important information and the steps you'll need to know. After solving the problem, move away for a few minutes. Take a brain break. Stretch, run, walk for 10 to 15 minutes, get some water and a snack, but no TV or computer. Return to the problem with a new pen color or different paper and pencil, checking your answer as you talk through each step out loud. Now is the time to teach your problems to a classmate, a teacher, or to your family. After you explain the steps to these new students, create 2 problems for him or her to solve. You should do these problems too, and then compare your answers. Don't forget to set aside 30 minutes before you fall asleep to review your practice problems one more time, taking yourself through the steps. Close your notes, fluff up your pillow, close your eyes, and feel the excitement of being prepared for the test. As you fall asleep relaxed, your brain begins moving and massaging the information you learned throughout the working memory all night long. Your brains are actually able to work harder when we sleep if we study what we need to know before closing our eyes for the night. After your test, there are a couple of questions you should ask yourself. Did you make careless mistakes? Did you forget the steps or the order of operations? Did you forget how to solve or approach a problem? What do you need to come up with the right answer? Who could help you? What are your resources? Are they your friends, your teachers, parents, your books, worksheets, or computers? Remember that 24 repetitions of information is the way to learn information, 80% of the time. When you talk to your parents and your teachers about your tests, keep the following in mind. Do you understand your mistakes and your errors, and have you found your way to correct them? What could you do differently next time? And what can you do to make sure that you are comfortable with your corrections from the errors you made on the test? Remember that mistakes are your greatest learning tools, and it is what you do with your mistakes that matter to most. Scientists love mistakes because with each error, scientists are able to improve their experiment or invention and will know much more the next time.